In the Intrust Super Cup from Suncorp Stadium, it is the Northern Pride against the East Tigers.
Have you seen anything like it? Oh boy! How about that? Unbelievable!
And we welcome you to the home of rugby league in Queensland, if not in Australia, for Grand Final Day 2014 in the Intrust Super Cup. And what a clash we have in store for you today as well. The minor premiers, the Northern Pride, taking on the East Tigers. The Pride, of course, came up one game short of the grand final last year. The Tigers beaten by Mackay on this very day 12 months ago. Revenge will be a motivating factor for them. We've got every angle covered for you today on what should be a fantastic afternoon of rugby league. And we start our coverage with a man that knows a thing or two about grand finals, Scott Sattler, live in the Northern Pride sheds.
Many people say grand finals, keep the preparation as regular as possible. You know, it's difficult because grand finals are a different game, different emotion. There's so much more at stake. You know, I believe that every player once in their life should get the opportunity to play on Suncorp Stadium. And very, very soon these players are going to have the opportunity to have the experience of their life playing a grand final on Suncorp Stadium, the home of Queensland Rugby League. You know, I've always believed also that the teams that win grand finals are the teams that have the ability to control their emotions on the big occasion. And there's one man that hopes that his players are handling their emotions the best here this afternoon. That's the Northern Pride coach, Jason Demetriou. Thanks for joining us, Jason. Now, last year you fell one game short. What's been different 2014 compared to last year?
I just think our motivation and our drive at the back end of the year has been a little bit different, and obviously we're still hurting from the way we exited last year and the way we performed in the final series. We didn't feel like we showed our potential, and we had a chance to do that a couple of weeks ago. We're here now, so we've bumped over that hurdle, and hopefully we can reach our potential again today.
Now, we saw on Friday night the South Sydney Rabbitohs really start out of the blocks very slow after having a week off. This is your second game in 4 weeks. How do you alleviate that?
Oh, you do things in training and try to make sure the players are physically challenged, but at the end of the day, it's about the players preparing themselves mentally, making sure they're ready to go when that whistle goes. And look, if we start a little bit slow and finish strong, I'll be happy with that. As long as we defend well and don't concede points early, we'll be all right. Now,
you played the East Tigers 2 weeks ago, 8-7 victory. Do you read into much about that with their East effort?
Not really. I think both teams were probably not at their best. I thought, attitude-wise, I think it's going to be a close contest. I don't think there's going to be a lot of points separating the two teams, but I think they'll see definitely more points scored today. I think, on a field like this with a crowd like that, there's going to be points scored, so hopefully we score more than them.
What's your last?
Thanks, Sats. Well, here we are in the Tigers' rooms, a club with a proud history in not only the Intrust Super Cup but also the Brisbane Rugby League, into a second grand final in as many years. And coach of the Tigers, Craig Ingebrigtsen, is here. Craig, how's the preparation been for this one off the back of the win against Wynnum last week?
Yeah, boys have been really good all week, mate. Been nice and calm, relaxed. They're a great group. I can't speak highly enough of the group and the way they handle themselves. They're very professional, so hopefully we'll get the best result that we're after today.
What do you make of your opposition today? You played them a fortnight ago, but both sides looking very different.
Yeah, we get some big ins with Hogan and a few of those blokes, so that's good for us. I mean, they're a good footy side, mate, but, we're not going to die wondering today, and we're not going to, focus too much on them. We've got to get our own stuff right, sorry.
Where will today's game be won, do you think?
I'll be run through our ruck, mate. We've got to be good through our ruck today, and obviously if we can dominate our ruck, we've certainly got some players who can cause some havoc in Munster and Walker, and young Liam Tyson will do a great job on them.
You don't want to look at the past too much, but do you learn so much? Not so much from the game last year, grand final day, but the week leading up to it, the preparation.
Yeah, I think we've prepared a lot better this time around. Last time was a bit of a novelty. It was great to be there, and all that sort of stuff was really exciting. But we've got a call this week. We've got to get the job done. The job's not done, so we're focusing really heavily on our little things.
Good luck today.
Thanks, Pete. Appreciate it.
A great afternoon. And Northern Pride have got a couple of changes in their side and an important one in jersey number 20 there. But the side will read this way: Hezron Merger in number 1, Bowen, Anderson, Felt and Tajalala. Nona and Obst will be in the halves, and in the forwards it's Thorby, Ruse is the captain, Ethan Lowe, Leary, McCarthy and Spina, and on the bench is Crampton, Getty, Powell Hobbs and Reith Muller, and the coach is Jason Demetriou.
A coach at
middle. you'll see that Tom Butterfield may be in the top 3 players on the field this afternoon.
They're sponsored today by the East Leagues Club, located, of course, in Cooperill. To be pumping tonight if they can get the cash. Come in and experience the award-winning food, function, bar and gaming facilities, one of Queensland's premier clubs. And Craig Ingebrigtsen has made some crucial changes to his starting team today.
Yeah, some big changes. The impressive 19-year-old fullback Cameron Munster will wear jersey number 1. McAnally, Newman, Heimel, Hunt in the centres, Richie Kenner, Tyson and Walker in the halves, Kafusi, Butterfield, Grajewski, Hogan, Geese and Bromwich in the back row. The interchange is Malone, Thorpe the skipper on the bench, Garbutt, Liam McDonald and the coach is Craig Ingebrigtsen.
The last, so there they are, the 2 opposing captains for the 2014 Intrust Super Cup Grand Final. Jason Roos, the most capped player in Northern Pride history, ready for game number 139 this afternoon. And Steve Thorpe, who will head to the UK to play for Sheffield next season. Can he end his time with a premiership victory? Some of the Wynnum team that were defeated at Langlands Park last week looking on. And of course the hoodoo continues for the East Tigers so far, yet to win the Intrust Super Cup. Of course, they had previously tasted success in the old Brisbane Rugby League. We spoke about it in the lead up to last year's grand final. Is this the year when the Tigers finally break that losing sequence? Our entertainment this afternoon at Suncorp Stadium to rev the crowd up. Australian Rockers, Thirsty Merc. Let's have them take us out to the break, and on the other side, live action in the 2014 decider in the Intrust Super Cup.
At that point, there was no pain, there was no sky, there was no rain. 'Cause all there was you and your sweet face. But life is life, and things will change like scenes upon an actor's stage. Tomorrow comes today, for all we know. So tell me why should I let you go? Give me 20 good reasons I need to know. Yeah, yeah. Give me 20 good reasons. Give me 20 good reasons. Give me 20 good reasons.
The careers of all of these players today.
Certainly is, Matt. It is a grand final. A lot of great players in the game of rugby league can go through their whole career and not taste a grand final, let alone playing in one or even winning one. For these 2 sets of players this afternoon, some at the end of their career, some at the very beginning, this is the ideal day for them, where memories will live on for generations to come. As far as the day we have, it doesn't get much better than this. Sensational conditions here at Suncorp Stadium as the East Tigers, they haven't won a grand final since 1991, make their way to the northern end of Suncorp Stadium.
Well, they finished the regular season in 3rd place. They had that great duel with Wynnum Manly throughout the course of the year. They beat them last week to book their place in the grand final. And they have a massive contingent of local support. It's been an enormous drought for them without success in the competition as it stands at the moment. And from Cairns, the benchmark of the competition for the last 2 years, they've got a healthy representation of fans as well. And they'll be rocking in Cairns this afternoon, hoping the Northern Pride can go through and seal off what's been a dominant regular season. That man will be a key, Sean Nona, the best number 6 in the competition this year. Their coach, Jason Demetriou, his 50th game in charge at Intrust Super Cup level this afternoon. He's won 38 of those for a winning percentage of 77.5. What a start to his career. There he is, Sean Nona. There'd be some nerves there as well. And the Intrust Super Cup trophy makes its way onto the field, carried there by the CEO of Intrust Super, Brendan O'Farrell, who's a great supporter of rugby league here in Queensland. He has the honour of showing off the trophy, the silverware they're all competing for this afternoon. The national anthem to be performed this afternoon by Corporal Simone Dew, who is the first Australian Army musician to be specifically employed as a vocalist, and she has the honour of singing the national anthem here at Suncorp Stadium on Grand Final Day 2014.
Ladies and gentlemen, Corporal Simone Dew.
Australians, all that us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is God by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia
So Corporal Simone Dew with the Australian national anthem. And the stage is set now. 26 regular rounds, 3 rounds of finals, and now we land here at Suncorp on the final day of the 2014 season. The Tigers and the Pride. That man, Cameron Munster, has lit the competition up this year. Davin Crampton there in jumper 4 makes his way to the bench, which is a surprise selection. The valuable utility player shifted to the bench to accommodate the return of Kyle Felt. Clayton Sharp in charge, the leading referee here in Queensland. He did a great job last week in a tough game to officiate upon, with the Tigers beating Wynnum Manly. They played twice this year, we've already spoken about it. Their last meeting was in week 2 of the finals. It was an 8-7 victory by the Pride in Cairns. Prior to that, the Tigers won 16-4, the rescheduled match that was played in Mareeba on Country Weekend. That was the Pride's biggest loss of the season so far. Who will it be, the Pride of Cairns or the East Tigers of East Brisbane? The Tigers with first use of the ball. This will be physical early on. Played back there by the man in jumper 20, that's Kenny Bromwich, in an early shift here. Hogan, a valuable inclusion. Craig Ingebrigtsen identified him as their best player this season. He's been struggling with those ribs. An early touch for him. And now Kafusi in 15. Hogan goes for his second run in 3 rucks. And now Matt Grajewski elevated to start this game in the front row. What a powerful bench they have here with Thorpe and Garbutt and Malone, along with Liam McDonald. So they get to a kick with the first set of the afternoon, and Hezron Murga, the electric fullback for the Pride, takes that in easily. Semi Tadjalala now.
And a great set there by the East Tigers on what is an amazing afternoon for Queensland Rugby League. They got through their set nice and simple, the Tigers. They went to the edges very early, and it's good to see Liam Tyson take that first kick in the first set of 6 to take the pressure off Cody Walker.
Ricky Thorby has been under an injury cloud for some weeks. He's fit enough to play here in the grand final. Played here by Ethan Lowe. Away to Nona, who will be just ever present on this left-hand side of the field. The kick was an ordinary one, though, to Cameron Munster. And look at the chase on him. There's 3 of them to push the young fullback inside his own 20-metre line. And now Kenner.
6 to me, hold!
Walker goes to dummy half. And Troy Geese, who escaped suspension at the judiciary during the week for that dangerous tackle we saw last week. He'd be relieved to take his place here. An early penalty. They were too overzealous in the ruck. That goes against McCarthy, and so the Tigers will have the first foray into the Northern Pride's half.
Yeah, so important to get that first penalty. And we talk about the atmosphere we've got here, and we welcome to the commentary box for the first time this year Brent Tate. And Tate, I suppose for these players that haven't played on Suncorp Stadium before, how intimidating can it be?
Yeah, well, it's a big occasion. There's a big crowd in, so it's really important they just relax into it. Get the processes right, and East here on the attack doing a good job.
They have 9 players backing up from the grand final of last year, the East Tigers, so there's plenty of big game experience. Cody Walker's one of them, of course. Kenny Bromwich. Play to Butterfield. Left to Walker. He's got options. He goes out the back to Tyson, who shows good speed off the mark. What an occasion for Liam Tyson. And now Hogan. They edge their way closer. Hogan gets it away, gives it to Butterfield. Matt Grajewski puts a right foot step on. Jason Roos accounts for him, along with Ethan Lowe. Fifth and last. There'll be a kick coming here from the boot of Walker. We know Kenner's good in the air, but they fly, and Bowen's the man that comes down with the catch, and he'll race back to the 20 for a quick restart.
Yeah, just the timing, the depth of the kick from Cody Walker, probably not one of his best. And you usually see that with players that don't play at Suncorp Stadium a lot. It seems like a bigger field when you actually get out there. It sounds silly, but it seems as though you have so much room when you play on Suncorp Stadium for the first time, but so disciplined around the ruck. As you see Spina taking a hit up, so disciplined around the ruck in defence, the Northern Pride. You see the Tigers getting second phase play, which has the ability to break this Northern Pride defensive structure up.
Ben Spina shifts it across in the hands of McCarthy. The Englishman tackled down low there by Hogan, and Butterfield up high. Fifth and last now. Sam Obst. He'll put a chip over the top. Munster's well positioned. The bounce got the better of him, and Munster has to go for the sanctuary of the dead ball line. So a repeat set coming here for the Northern Pride. Some good experience there from Obst. It was a well-positioned kick.
And that's what it's about. Early on in the game, it's about building a platform. Both sides are doing it well at the moment. Statistically, both these sides are the closest match grand finalists ever based on their regular season. So close in their statistics.
Now Ricky Thorby from this restart gets a head of steam up and charges straight into them. Grajewski came reeling away from that contact. Roos to Lowe. He barges his way up the centre. They're inside the 20. Only 2 gone here for the Pride. Sean Nona marshals the troops. Merger gave it away, and Bowen, he had an opportunity on the counter here. Heimel Hunt will run away with it. I think he had a bow peep at the try line momentarily, Jabbed Bowen. So both teams with an early attacking chance as we head down sideline. Peter Basaltis.
It's a terrific atmosphere here and plenty of feeling between these two teams. Two of the best performed teams in the Intrust Super Cup this year. And as you mentioned, the sprinkling of big game players throughout both sides. Plenty of talk early. Both sets of forwards getting through their sets well. Early days.
Here's Shane Newman, who scored a hat-trick, of course, in the grand final back in 2009 for the Sunshine Coast, and he's lost the ball.
We spoke about it in the pre-game, Matty, didn't we, with the Northern Pride coming down this left-hand side, and you saw a beautiful exchange of passing from Nona onto Hezron Merger, and a beautiful deft pass onto Javid Bowen. That man on screen putting down the beautiful pass from Merger. And big games, Tate, you can't give up opportunities like that, can you?
No, you must take opportunities in the big games, and unfortunately that one went to ground, but certainly built an overlap on the left-hand side there, and they'll go back to that again today for sure.
Here he is again, Semi Tajalala. He's pushed back in a strong shot. He made his cup debut in 1998, Semi Tajalala. He and Petro Sivanasiva, the only players from that year that are still going around. Petro, of course, making a couple of sneaky appearances for Redcliffe this year. The Pride with their first penalty. And Ops will shoot for the line.
Starting to work their way back into it, Pride, after a bit of a shaky start.
Of course, it's been a big afternoon of rugby league. That was a spiteful game, that one. The Redcliffe Dolphins winning the Fox Colts 34-20. And from 14-0 down, the East Tigers have tasted success in the Fox Cup Grand Final, winning 20 points to 14. So a premiership already for the Tigers, but this is the big one they want. Thorby's been strong early on. Plays it to Roos. Ben Spina. Left foot step here from this impressive forward. He plays it to Roos. Through the hands, Nona. Blake Leary has it. Can't get the arms free. Good defence there by Cody Walker, tellingly. Anderson to Nona. Away to Ethan Lowe. Fifth and last. They'll come left. Nona boots the ball, rolls it through. Munster wants this to roll. Dead. Does he make a play on it here? He does. Another repeat set.
He's so casual, isn't he? Cameron Munster, but it's good skill here by Nona. He showed it to the outside so the defence comes up and puts a nice little deft kick through the line. Cameron Munster so cool for 19, just turned 20. Guides it over the dead ball line for the Northern Pride again to get another set of 6. You don't want to be spending too much time up this end of the field defensively this early on in the game.
Thorby will charge back at them from the restart once again. And that exclusive access to the dressing rooms pre-game sats, and I know you ducked into the Tigers' sheds to see the scene. Mitch Garbutt was getting needled up before the game. There's some boys carrying some injuries for the last game of the year. Nona, short pass, Leary. He got jammed there with a good tackle. That was Heimel Hunt. Roos, he'll go left again to Anderson. Puts a step on and gets crunched again. The right-hand defence here for the Tigers is right up to the task at the moment. That was Bromwich. Nona to Ben Spina. Will they go for another repeat set? I think Nona will shoot for a high kick. It's well placed. Tadjalala coming through, but it's nicely taken by Jared McAnally on that left wing.
Well, you look at the 4 wingers here today, Bowen, Tadjalala, Kenner, and also McAnally. They've all got good height. They're all good under the high ball. There's probably none better in the Intrust Super Cup than Jared McAnally. Take that ball beautifully and get his side out of trouble.
11 on! Line again! Hold!
One of the late inclusions, Brent Tate, is a player that you've had a lot to do with at the Cowboys, especially late in the year as Cole Felt. Such a great inclusion for the Pride.
He is a great inclusion, and speaking about being good in the air, there's none better than Cole, and I'm sure that's going to be a real target for them down there in their attacking sets to Pride from going to Kyle this afternoon.
Tyson with his first kick of the afternoon. He got floored as the ball left his boot. The referee was happy enough with it.
I've noticed on a couple of occasions now, especially with Cody Walker, after he's delivered the ball, one of the Pride players has still made contact with him. Ethan Lowe, on one occasion, I know, was one of the players. I'm sure that was one of the instructions from Jason Demetrio. Make sure he gets himself off the ground with or without the ball.
Geez, Thorby's been on a wrecking mission so far.
Come on, hold!
He wound up that time. Played it to Jason Roos. There's a question mark on Geese whether he's onside at marker. Clayton Sharp was happy with that. They get to the last. They go right. Ops still shoot for the air again. He's got Tadjalala and Felt. McAnally is there. He takes that pretty safely, and a penalty as well. They were in front of the kicker. Down to you, Peter Basalt, the sideline.
Just a little bit of concern here for Northern Pride fullback Hezron Merger with a bit of hamstring tightness. He's been in the hands of the trainer for the last couple of minutes. Seems to be moving freely now, though. So obviously just a little bit sore to start off the game there. But how strong is Jared McAnally in the air? Of course, off to the Canterbury Bulldogs next year, leaving the East Tigers.
We talk about someone like Jared McAnally. I think that's where the focus of the Pride has to be. They have to control the back 3, Kenner, McAnally, and also Cameron Munster, especially on kick returns, because 3 of them are so strong when they're bringing that ball back from their own quarter.
Put out the back to Cameron Munster. He'll be closely marked this afternoon. And he gets the pass away. He wasn't held. Butterfield didn't really expect it.
Held now, 3. Hold your hold.
Kafusi. He gets it away, but it went forward.
Been very impressive, Liam Tyson, the way he's taking control out there, just taking a bit of pressure off Cody Walker. He's had a couple of kicks on the 5th and last, just really taking control, and it's a great start for him in such a big an occasion.
Yeah, it's a good point you make, Tony, because we spoke about it in the pre-game, didn't we? That he has to take control like Joel Romolo and like Jacob Faoud have done throughout the last half of this year, and give the ability of Cody Walker to play a little bit more of a spontaneous nature rather than having to control the play.
Bruiser dummy half, away to Sam Ops. Reach the line himself. I reckon that's taken a hand of Matt Grajewski there. The Pride players want 6 again. Hezron Merger charged onto it. Clayton Sharp hasn't restarted the tackle count. Sean Nona on the 4th. That's taken a hand, and that's been knocked on.
Clayton Sharp saying the Tigers knock on here. They'll get a midfield scrum here, the Pride, the perfect place to attack. You'd probably have to agree, Brent Tate, with 12 metres out, midfield scrum.
Yeah, you'd think the Pride will have to come away with some points here. Surely we've spent the best part of 10 or 15 minutes down here at this end, so they'll need to come up with points for confidence shortly, that's for sure.
This isn't dissimilar to what happened last week at Langlands Park, where the East Tigers had to withstand a truckload of defence on their own line. Wynnum scored first in that game. The Tigers hit back later on. They spin it here. It's with Kyle Felt. And from NRL representation with the Cowboys. Nona to Obst. Now to Ben Spina. Spina.
He's been strong early, hasn't he?
There are only 5 out. Excitement building in Cairns. Ruse, away to Nona, lovely pass, they've got an overlap, they have to score, and the Pride break open the Tigers early on for first points.
Well, the amount of pressure they've been having to put on the Northern Pride very early on, they've spent a lot of time up this end of the field. It's 2 flat runners. Thorby and Ethan Lowe really take the focus, as well as Obbs, take the focus away from the defence. It's a nice exchange of passing from McCarthy onto Kyle Felt to open up the account in this year's grand final.
Welcome to Master Builder's all-new largest display village, boasting 23 stunning homes by some of Queensland's leading builders, all in one great location at Lend-Lease Master Plan Community, Springfield Lakes. You're bound to find what you're looking for at this new display village. Open daily between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Find your new dream home at the Master Builders Springfield Lakes Display Village today.
Well, Jason Dimitri only decided later in the week to include Kyle Felt in his starting team here. He'd all but written him off at the press conference during the week. Says he'll leave the players that have got them to the grand final to play this game. But a change of heart, and Felt comes up with the first try. And Sean Nona now. There's a tinge of irony that Sean Nona will head to the Melbourne Storm next year and in all likelihood might get a few games with the East Tigers. He's a sharpshooter, Sean Nona, and he makes it 6 points to 0 down the East Salty. First blood to the team from Cairns, and the fans like it as well.
Oh, yeah, large contingent of Northern Pride fans here, but they went to the right-hand side here for the Northern Pride, and it was a simple numbers game for Kyle Felt to open the scoring. The Tigers might be a little bit guilty there of giving too much respect to the Pride left edge of attack, which is usually where they go in those sort of situations. Nona to Leary, and then to the outside backs on this side of the field. Craig Ingebrigtsen for the Tigers. Matt, just as I sent it up to you, about to go to the bench for the first time. Mitch Garvin entered the fray.
And there he is in defence, Mitch Garbutt. Gee, it looked like a painful needle he was getting before the game.
They're all painful.
Especially when they're a sissy like me. Good kick for the line from Obbs. And after scoring, the Pride back inside East Tigers territory on the 30 when they restart things. Spina with the first carry. Up into Kenny Bromwich, who's had to do a lot of defence in the opening stages. Roos finds Obst. And now to the try scorer, Felt. How about that for a palm? Go away, Liam Tyson. It's like swatting a fly, wasn't it? Now McCarthy. They're building again, the Northern Pride. Sam Obst away to Sean Nona. Cuts back in, gets rid of the first tackle. Turns it inside. Heads with Hezron Murga. Well, his hamstring might be a bit sore, but he took off from a standing start. Roos away to Sam Obst. He puts the kick through. The bounce isn't favourable for the Chasers, but I reckon they'll pin McAnally in goal, and they're pouring on the pressure here, the Northern Pride.
They're just meticulous in everything they do, aren't they? They get through the sets. Palm hit from Cole Felt on Liam Tyson. But everything they do is so precise. They get through the sets. They play a low-risk game very early on, and they get results. They're doing it at the moment. I can't remember looking to our right too much so far this game, other than that crossfield kick from Cody Walker very early on in the game. All the territory has been down this end.
They've been asked to make 30 more tackles in the Northern Pride.
10's on me. Hold, lock in.
64-36, it swayed one way. Well, Thorby's been sensational to start this grand final.
Good, two. Tom, you're not square. Tom.
Sean Nona, away to Leary. That combination which has proved so fruitful this year. Roos gives it away to Murga. And now to Bowen. They're in again, the visitors.
Good. That is good.
Hezron Murga down the short side. Great little pass to David Bowen there. I've been really impressed with a couple of his touches, Murga. He's been very explosive, and just a deft pass there to a flying David Bowen, and a great try down the short side.
Well, they went two shots, didn't they? They laid the line with the Leary run and then played the short side again. Beautiful exchange of passing by the Northern Pride left-hand side attack.
Coles brand butter chicken ready meal with 100% Aussie RSPCA approved chicken. Yum. Down and staying down to just $3.70 a pack. So to save more on the things you buy every day, get down to the freezer aisle at Coles.
So Javid Bowen, a member of the Queensland residents team this season and the second try scorer of the 2014 Intrust Super Cup Grand Final.
You speak about this man, Sean Nona. If he does end up coming back and playing for East as part of the feeder club to the Melbourne Storm. Remember Felici Kafusi was with the Northern Pride last year, moving from the Cowboys to the Storm, now playing against his old side.
He struck the first one, a treat, Sean Nona. He's 10 in from touch. He's hit this one just as well. Down to Peter Basaltis at 12-0 in favour of the Northern Pride.
Oh, you can't help but love what the Northern Pride are doing at the opening exchanges of this game. They are just dominating the Intrust Super Cup Grand Final early. There's Javid Bowen going over, just doing things ever so simple. They're just getting through their sets so very well, and they just sum up every situation beautifully. Their playmakers, Nona and Obst, are just having a field day early on.
We saw the possession just earlier on, 64% to the Northern Pride. That will change. We know that the game of rugby league possession always changes and always sways. But an important person that's just come off the bench for the East Tigers, Liam McDonald. Good offload there. It's gone to ground from Ricky Thorby. Probably not the play they needed for Northern Pride, but a player, number 14, that man there, Liam McDonald, he always lifts the intensity and the urgency of the East Tigers.
They've gone to the line together, haven't they? Thorby and Spina, they've really worked off each other. So our match day sponsors for Grand Final Day 2014, C Swift, the #1 choice in marine transport across Northern Australia. And just like the Pride, they are a winning team of local people delivering for local communities. And of course the East Leagues Club. There'll be a big contingent in there this afternoon. They're at Corporoo and they have award-winning food, function facilities, a bar, gaming facilities. They're one of the best clubs in Queensland. And the match day sponsors have been very good to us and of course all the clubs throughout 2014. As the Tigers get a rare attacking chance in the first 23 minutes of this grand final. Mitch Garbutt, who started from the bench. And now McDonald. McDonald gets up and goes again at them. He nearly somersaults over the line, Liam McDonald. McCarthy's in the ruck area. Away now to Cody Walker. He wants a runner. He gives it away to Hymel Hunt. He had to take it down low and he's wrestled to the ground there by Javid Bowen. 9 metres out. Walker, he'll go to the air. We know McAnally can jump. Oh, Phelps put a block on him. That's got to be a penalty, hasn't it? Well, Clayton Sharp's let it go. He's taking him out deluxe.
And this is how the possession evens up.
Well, Brent Tate, you're a centre winger. Look at that. Bang. He's back straight into it.
Yeah, that's a penalty every day of the week. I can't believe they let that one go.
I suppose their argument is that Cole Felt, the man on screen there, had his eyes for the ball and actually wasn't looking at the player himself. That'll be the argument they'd use.
Well, it's wrong. Merger from dummy half is electric as he goes over halfway. They're just eating up the metres here in the middle as Ops goes to the air. Munster shouldn't have too many difficulties with this one. And how do they get their way back from 12-0 down?
We've seen it on a couple of occasions, especially late in the year when, well, that game last week against Wynnum, when we thought they really went on their game. They were a little bit flat early on. But they've grown as a side. They tend to get themselves back into games.
Well, they're big men that will establish some dominance in the middle there. Cairns just rolling through them too easily at the moment, and they need to get their big men and establish some dominance through the middle.
Here's Tom Butterfield with one of those schemes from dummy half. He's through. He gave the ball away. Newman was good around the bootlaces. He keeps it alive. Back to Dane Hogan. Hogan pushed away from one. He goes inside the 30. The fifth and last. Tyson there. He'll give it to Cody Walker. Now he goes to the air. Now Kenner can leap. He gets the jump. Kenner comes down with it. Flicks it out the back. It'll be dived upon by a desperate Northern Pride.
This is a great battle between the four wingers. We saw him set up that beautiful try last week, Richie Kenner. And once again, just getting up high.
Play on! Up now! Be very careful, Dane. Hold, hold, hold! Boy, we need to start strong.
Steve Thorpe in jumper 8, injected by Craig Ingebrigtsen and Joel Reithmuller, similarly starting from the bench here in 16 for the Northern
Six on the
Pride.
ball! Lock in last! Hold! Two out the 8.
Away to Wobst. He kicks long and low down the middle. Munster turns, gets the bounce. The kick chase is good, and it has to be on this kid.
Two off! Ready, ready!
The Tigers fans baying for a penalty. They know they need a momentum shift. Hymel Hunt back in the centres after playing back row last week. And now Thorpe. He'll leave nothing behind in his last game for the Tigers. Garbutt away to Tyson and Hogan with it. Cody Walker reefs it high once more. Ezron Murga had to make late ground to that. Some pleasantries exchanged there by Murga and Kenner. Spina plays it very quickly. And now Ryan Getty in 14. He pinches 15 metres. Well, they're doing it right through the middle of the park at the minute. Riethmuller gives the pass away to Kyle Felt. He flops it out. Riethmuller couldn't hang on to it at the second attempt. And now Cameron Munster will fancy his chances here with a staggered defensive line.
Well, that's been 2 sets in the last 3 from the Northern Pride where they haven't got to the end of the set. When we talk about possession starting to weigh up and even up, this is where the East Tigers can take advantage of it. But I agree with Brent Tate. Instead of going to the edges early, they've got to start going through the middle and start creating those opportunities for Tom Butterfield.
Rich Garbutt will call Suncorp Stadium home next year when he links up with the Brisbane Broncos. Tackle count was restarted there and a mistake by the Tigers early on. Let's head down to Peter Basaltis on the sideline.
Really love the use of Jason Demetrio in the Northern Pride bench here with Ryan Getty. Sheldon Powell-Hobbs, he has been magnificent for the Northern Pride so far this season. These guys off the bench will be looking to have a big impact this afternoon. And David Crampton out on the field as well. So they'll be looking to extend this lead in the last 11 minutes of the first half with those 3, particularly with Crampton and Getty on the field. And there he is up in the coach's box, Jason Demetrio, the coach of the Pride.
When I saw Jason Demetrio, was that 16 sets the Pride compared to the East 10. I saw Jason Demetrio before the interview, before the game. So cool. He was so composed before such a big game. And I know there's not a lot you can do as a coach when the preparation has all been said and done, but he's very calm before the game.
Back up. Come on, stand up. Stand up. Take it back. Liam. Liam. Back up. That's all right, mate. Calm it down, all right? Calm it down. Arms over. Let's go. Now. Put it in. Out!
Gee, Clayton Sharp's a brave referee to stand between 2 angry front rows.
Braver than me, I could tell you.
He's been electric. Ezron Murga.
Hold!
Plays it back to Bowen. Counted for by Butterfield and McDonald, and yet another penalty.
I don't think that was a strip then. I think Liam McDonald, in the event of making a tackle, that ball has come free. And sometimes I think we take the easy option with the penalty, not understanding that, see, Liam McDonald comes over the top just in the event.
Really big set coming up here for East. Pride going on the attack, but they really need to hold them out going into half time. They could ill afford another try here.
Getty to Powell-Hobbs.
That's a great name, isn't it? He should be a movie star. Powell-Hobbs.
He should be in the House of Lords. Murga taps on. Felt. And back now to Semi Tadjalala.
Hold it!
Sam Obst. Donald's done a power of defence here. Getty down the short side. McCarthy with the fend. Can't get the pass away. This is the last. They'll come to Obst again. He'll want another repeat set. That's taken a hand. It bounces dangerously, and Cody Walker has it for the Tigers. And Walker will get on the outside of them, will he? He can't. The captain Anderson there to bring Walker down. There was almost shades of his first try last week where he scooted 90 metres off a kick rebound. You get the feeling they need something against the run of play, the Tigers, if they're to get back in this. They've got away with one. No, they haven't. That definitely touched the hand of the Tigers player and went forward to McAnally.
Offload here by Garbutt, who's been spending a lot of time on the fringes. So it comes off Liam Tyson into Jared McAnally's hands, and again, the Tigers putting so much pressure on themselves.
Oh, this one straight away.
So Coalfeld has it for the Pride, who just keep pouring on the pressure inside Tigers territory.
I need relief!
I think Craig Ingebrigtsen's real pleased with things at the minute. Davin Crampton. He's handy off the bench, isn't he? Getty gives it away to Reith Muller. They're edging ever closer. Only 6 short. They lead 12-0. Can they make it 16-0? Sean Nona throws the dummy. Comes back infield. Butterfield there around the ankles.
Hold! Don't lock him in! Hold!
Getty, boot to ball. Getty chases himself and almost got it down. It'll be a goal line restart coming.
Well, I'd like to see the replay of this, but Getty does a great job because they had set both sides. Ops and Nona were expecting the ball. It's an individual effort. Munster.
Oh.
It's an each-way bet there, which way it's going to go. Yeah, no, Munster. Munster got the hand to it.
Stay on side!
Donald Malone coming out into the right centre, Heimel Hunt. He's replaced Heimel Hunt. Such an important player, Donald Malone. And a big game player too.
Up on one! Here he is. Hold! Steve, don't try and create.
Sheldon Powhobbs. Confronted by Garbutt and also Heimel Hunt, who's gone into the back row now with Donald Malone into the centres. Right they come. Hezron Merger joining in. He's dangerous here. Gives it back to Kyle Felt. Felt will slip it away to Obbs. They have the score. David Crampton. He'll put it down next to the post. And the Northern Pride are dominating this grand final.
Geez, the work from Hezron Merger again on that edge, and then Kyle Felt back on the inside for Sam Obston. Beautiful lead-up work for that try.
Your man, Davin Crampton. Matty Thompson, it's good work here to the right-hand side. Hezron Merger, as you said, Brent Tates, beautiful timing of the pass, and Kyle Felt, beautiful timing of the run. And a beautiful offload also, but Davin Crampton, this man always scores a try, and every time he puts on a Northern Pride jersey.
Spring is blooming at Carpet Call, so take the chance to spruce up your home. Choose from 8 stunning colours and carpet your whole house in new Four Seasons carpet for just $1,300 fully laid. Click or click and stick, timber, laminate or engineered hardwood flooring using noise-reducing eco-friendly Instalay Underlay. Laminate starting from only $19.95 per square metre, and finish it off with a beautiful rug from our huge range of traditional and modern rugs from $200. Spring into Carpet Call.
The experts in the trade.
So Davin Crampton, one of the leading players in the competition, reverted to the bench today and with great effect has been introduced and scores a try that has put them 16-0 ahead, the Northern Pride, soon to be 18-0. Talk about one-way traffic. Let's head down to Peter Basalta's sideline.
They're playing some exceptional rugby league here. The Northern Pride just doing things a whole lot quicker than their opposition this afternoon. Sean Nona, Sam Obst having a field day on the back of some great work from their forwards. There's Kyle Feld. He's been hard to handle. Great offload there. And then Davin Crampton scoring the try to extend their lead to 18 points to 0. And I've got to say, where I'm sitting is right in front of about 200 or 300 Northern Pride fans, and they are absolutely loving what we've seen from the first 36 minutes of this one. The Tigers look shell-shocked. The Pride are on fire.
Just when you thought their lineup was strong enough and you have the ability to put Davin Crampton onto a bench and have the influence and the impact that he has.
14, 18, up! All the way to me on one.
They've set themselves up beautifully for the national championship, inaugural national championship game next week. But we've seen in the finals in the NRL, the big leads get dwindled very, very quickly. And I've got no doubt with a player with the calibre of Cody Walker in the East lineup, that can also happen here.
Steve, release!
Got to get their hands on the ball firstly. 62% to 38.
Hey, not one tackle!
Great run there from Cleary. And Obst on the last. A tester for McAnally. As Tajalala comes through, McAnally benefits from the block there. And when they have had the ball, Brent Tate, they've been given it in front of their own goalpost pretty much.
They have, and it's been the lead-up well from the Pride forwards. They've just been outstanding, marching up the field, and Sam Obster's kicking on the front foot all the time, and it's just so much easier for the halves when their big boys are marching up the field like the Pride are.
15 offside!
Good strong carry there by Mitch Garbutt.
Release!
He's pleading for a penalty. Steve Thorpe.
15 up, last tackle! Full hold.
Butterfield, Cody Walker. Puts a chip over the top. Bounces up for Getty. He gets crunched by Walker chasing through. But already you sense they're trying to play some catch-up. 18-0, hey, in the shadows of half-time. Tajalala.
Harold, Troy up! Only one marker, 14, keep coming! No, your bloke pushed you. Up, 4! Hold it, hold!
Reece Muller playing ahead of Getty. In fact, he won't play. Well, here's a window for the Tigers. Can they get on the board before half-time?
It's a loose carry here by Joel Reith-Muller. They've been great the bench for Northern Pride. That's what they're playing for there. These Tigers defeated last year by the Mackay Cutters.
Box in, go to the top.
Will they get a chance to lift that this year? So far they're behind the 8 ball. They need to put shape, the East Tigers, in. If they get an opportunity at 20, they need to put some shape. And what I mean by that is flat runners, big flat runners on Sam Obbs, the little number 7. The ability to dominate him. They put some flat runners on him, off Liam Tyson.
Garbutt. He got the arm free and thought better of it. So they'll get a full set here with a minute left before half-time. Cody Walker shifts it. Now to Tyson. It's a bad ball to Munster. Goes along the deck. Newman has to go back to pick it up. William McDonald.
15 up, 4!
Butterfield. Cody Walker. Well, this will just be a high kick and hope, or will it? Malone goes himself down the short side, puts it through, and Hezron Merger will happily walk that over the dead ball line. And that might just about be it for the first half.
Wasn't the right play from Donald Malone. They need to clock watch a little bit there on that last tackle and try and put some pressure on.
Stay on side.
Through an attacking kick. That was a selfish kick there from Donald Malone. And another opportunity, poor execution. They set up well field position-wise, but it was poor execution by the Tigers. And I bet you Craig Ingebrigtsen can't wait to hear that hooter to get his side into the sheds at half-time.
Conversely, Jason Demetriou could not be any happier with his team's performance. It's been superlative at 18-0. Down to you, Peter Basaltis.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Got Jason Roos here with me. Well, Jason got the jump on him early. Terrific first half for you.
Yeah, mate, it's very tough out there. It's very physical. There's a lot of big shots, and so just got to keep it going at the moment.
Halves have been magnificent off the back of some sensational play from your forwards.
Yeah, mate, the big fella's been going well, so they've just got to keep turning them over, and hopefully we can stay in front.
Good luck in the second half.
Thanks, mate.
So the Pride understandably happy with their work for the first half. There's 40 minutes left in Intrust Super Cup season 2014. 18-0. The Pride leading the Tigers in the grand final. We'll come back and have a look at things in Polaris halftime.
Hello, coming up, breaking news. Dozens of firemen on the scene right now as the Caboolture sawmill goes up in flames. A Muslim family speaks out after being targeted in a drive-by shooting in Brisbane South. Waiting game for a fishing trawler stranded off Double Island Point after one attempt to refloat it fails. Plus all the action as IndyCar champion Toowoomba's Will Power takes on a jet. That's tonight at 6.
We all dream of living on an island, escaping to paradise. We all crave the simple pleasures of life. Welcome to Pacific Harbour, a master-planned canal and golf community on beautiful Bribie Island. Queensland's only offshore island connected by bridge, just 45 minutes to Brisbane Airport. Winner of Australia's Best Residential Development Award. Pacific Harbour is a boutique island community with everything you need. There's a world-class links course and a magnificent golf and country club. You simply must see the mini-movie on our website to appreciate the unspoiled natural beauty, the beaches, the best fishing and boating. How's this for incredible value? The Blue Water package includes home and land and marina berth, all from just $460,000. Imagine having all this, a place for you and your boat from just $460,000. But numbers are limited, so act quickly. Visit bluewaterpackage.com now and start living the dream.
Hey, you know how some days you don't use your prepaid phone? For example, when you're hanging out in a shark cage. So, up to start, why should you have to pay?
Now there's a daily prepaid plan where you only pay for the days you use. And when you do, you get loads of calls, texts and data.
Yes, to the daily plan that changes with you. So, if you're with prepaid for someone else, maybe it's time you got out. Guys, yeah, let's get out. And that's a mermaid.
Lobbin and Pank have been in Australia for over 100 years.
For us, it's very important to take the time to get to know our customers. If we build relationships with people, we can help them better.
We like to do follow-up calls, just to make sure everything is okay. People love them. It allows them to know that we really care.
We're Lobbin and Pank.
And we'd love to see you.
Spring is here, so why not freshen up your entertainment with Foxtel's Spring Sale? Get any of our packages free for the first month and enjoy the freedom of no lock-in contract. It's brilliant TV without the commitment. You'll get essentials with lifestyle, documentaries, kids shows and more. Choose sport with 10 dedicated channels. Choose premium movies and drama including Showcase, the home of HBO. Or take it all and it's free for the first month. You'll also get Foxtel IQ, which allows you to set an entire season to record at the touch of a button. And Foxtel Go, so you can watch on your favourite devices. So why not take advantage of the spring sale? Try all our channel packs plus Foxtel IQ and Foxtel Go. Free for the first month with no lock-in contract. Lamb not included. Foxtel, experience better. Call 1300 288 822.
And welcome to Polaris Halftime for the final time in 2014. Brought to you by the Polaris Ute 570. Built for Australia with heavy-duty features, Polaris, of course, is hardest working, smoothest riding. And it's been plenty of hard work in the first half here at Suncorp Stadium, but it's all gone one way, and that is the Northern Pride, who lead 18-0 in the grand final against the East Tigers. They have been clinical. And their game plan is a pretty simple one, usually, Scott Sattler, but they execute it better than any team in the competition, and they're very hard to stop when they get it right.
Yeah, everyone knows their role, and they make sure they control it and complete it. And probably the most glaring statistic for me there is the first one. 59% of possession for the Pride. Brent Tate, is there anything in those statistics that really stand out for you?
Yeah, there is. Tackled in opposition 20, obviously Pride 22 to East 6, and there's no surprises at 3 tries there for the Pride.
So this is how things have panned out so far in the first half. The opening try of the afternoon went the way of Kyle Felt, of course, who rejoined the Northern Pride after his stint this year with the Cowboys.
Yeah, such a big inclusion to this side. The second try was nice, smart play here by Hezron Merger and Jarvid Bowen down this left-hand side. Just sucked in Cody Walker and tried to isolate him. And this is a beautiful try in the 34th minute. Again, Hezron Merger involved. A nice inside ball to Kyle Felt, who keeps the ball alive. And look at this straight run by Davin Crampton on the end of a Sam Obbs pass. 3 tries in the first half, all scored by Northern Pride players. They're Crampton, Bowen and Felt, all 1 try each. And Nona has been successful with all 3 attempts, and East yet to get on the board.
Well, Brent Tate, in your experience of big games, I reckon Craig Ingebrigtsen will be laying down the law here. But when you go in 18-0 down in such a big game, what is the way back into it?
Well, they've just got to run hard. That's been the thing Pride have done really well today. They've just run with a lot of aggression, and that's something that's been missing from the East forward. So a big way for them to get back into it is just tuck the ball up under the arm and charge hard.
Peter Basaltis, 18-0 at half-time. It's been all one-way traffic as we head down to you.
Certainly has been one-way traffic, Matt, and we've got some great entertainment here at Suncorp Stadium. And Northern Pride provided most of it in the first half. Well, right now it's the Jeep dealers of Queensland who have put up a Jeep Cherokee. Brendan Creevy is about to kick for that from the 40-metre line here at the southern end of Suncorp Stadium. Let's hand it over to Lutzy and Mitch from Nova.
Thank you, Pete. And here it is. Brendan Creevy's chance, Mitch, at a $35,000 Jeep Cherokee, as Pete mentioned. Good luck. Let's get behind him, folks. Here's his chance. He's got the distance.
And Brendan Creevy has had a shocker there, so he misses out on the Jeep. So that's bad luck for Brendan. Now, thanks to Polaris, our Facebook followers voted from our 4 best plays of the season and decided on this as our Polaris Play of the Year. And we're going to see the kick, and there's a late hit there by Ryan James. Will they pick that one up?
That was a perfect hit, well timed, and good pressure from Ryan James.
The Costco effect.
Fantastic.
4 months on, how this discounting giant has changed the way we shop forever.
Genuine alternative.
Now, Nine's finance editor Ross Greenwood asks, where next for Costco? The suburbs being considered.
Why it's more than just savvy shoppers who win from the Costco effect.
9 News Monday.
You don't have to be a chef to know the best time for Aussie lamb is spring.
Coles Spring Lamb 4-quarter chops, just $8 a kilo.
And I've got heaps of delicious lamb recipes to feed your family better, fresher at coles.com.au.
Want to achieve this kind of strength faster? Oh. Well, now you can. With Selleys, Liquid Nails Heavy Duty. It's twice as strong and half as long. If it's Selleys, it works.
Imagine having a robot do all your dirty work for you at the press of a button. Introducing Roomba, the world's first intelligent robotic vacuum cleaner. Roomba is designed and precision engineered with one goal: to hunt down dirt. Roomba cleans everywhere. It couldn't be simpler. Just set it and forget it. So put your feet up and relax, or head out with the family. Do whatever you like. The cleaning will still get done without you lifting a finger. iRobot Roomba is now available at these leading retailers.
We all dream of living on an island, escaping to paradise. We all crave the simple pleasures of life. Welcome to Pacific Harbour, a master-planned canal and golf community on beautiful Bribie Island. Queensland's only offshore island connected by bridge, just 45 minutes to Brisbane Airport. Winner of Australia's Best Residential Development Award. Pacific Harbour is a boutique island community with everything you need. There's a world-class links course, and a magnificent golf and country club. You simply must see the mini-movie on our website to appreciate the unspoiled natural beauty, the beaches, the best fishing and boating. How's this for incredible value? The Blue Water package includes home and land and marina berth, all from just $460,000. Imagine having all this, a place for you and your boat from just $460,000. But numbers are limited, so act quickly. Visit bluewaterpackage.com now and start living the dream.
Spring is blooming at Carpet Call, so take the chance to spruce up your home. Choose from 8 stunning colours and carpet your whole house in new 4 Seasons carpet for just $1,300 fully laid. Click or click and stick, timber, laminate or engineered hardwood flooring using noise-reducing eco-friendly Instalay underlay. Laminate starting from only $19.95 per square metre and finish it off with a beautiful rug from our huge range of traditional and modern rugs from $200. Spring into Carpet Call.
The experts in the trade.
Stormy waters are coming. A love showdown is set to go on. Sunday Love Showdown, tonight after 60 Minutes.
So the second half, the 2014 Intrust Super Cup Grand Final coming away from Suncorp Stadium. It's the Northern Pride, the pride of Cairns, with an 18-0 lead against the East Tigers, who have made a habit of falling behind early and making a run towards the end of the game. They'll need to do that and do it pretty soon if they're to maintain their chances of taking out the premiership. It's the Pride playing from in front as the second half gets underway here. It's great to have your company live on 9 right across Queensland and the Northern Territory, and our friends in Papua New Guinea as well joining us for the final 40 minutes of the season. And as has been the pattern in the first half, the Pride in possession early on. Powell Hobbs has had an impact off the bench. Tom Butterfield, the top tackler now in the match, with 30 in the first 40 minutes of footy. Make it 31. No wonder they've been a bit pedestrian with the ball. They've been too busy trying to defend.
And that's another good set by the Pride. And you talk about those tackle counts, especially Tom Butterfield's, Matty, and that would have been a ploy before the game from Jason Demetrio, knowing how dangerous he is at dummy half. Try and spot him and get as many runners as possible in a set of 6 at Tom Butterfield, and they've been successful at it.
Hold! 12 up!
There's Malone. Brent Tate called for them to run harder at the half-time break. Malone tucked it under the arm then. A kick from Tyson sits up nicely for Hezron Murger. What a game he's had at the back. And Murger again sniffs an opportunity. Powell Hobbs, what a run from him.
Looks like Liam McDonald here has come out with a nice little gash on that Mohawk of his.
There's nothing nice about that, Sats. There's plenty of blood. Ugh. With a haircut like that and the blood all over his face, it looks like a horror movie.
So he just copped an elbow or something from Heimel Hunt there. With a haircut like that, they won't have to shave the area to stitch it, I know.
Looks like a Stephen King movie, doesn't it? Let's get Peter Basalta's half-time report while we've got an opportunity with Liam McDonald receiving some treatment. Down to you, Pete.
Yeah, Matt, first up from the Northern Pride and their coach, Jason Demetrio, just really stressed to his team not to deviate from what they did well in the first half. He wants them to stick with that same sort of intensity, and intensity was certainly the word coming out of the East Tigers, as we see a couple of one former Broncos player and Queensland Origin player, and one current Queensland Origin player, Justin Hodges, there with Gerald Yoyi. Craig Ingebrigtsen, the coach of the East Tigers, he said that they want to lift the intensity. Thought his team were a little bit pedestrian during the first half, but not to panic to try to get back into the contest. Said got plenty of time, 3 converted tries, can get back into the game. Interesting here, Liam McDonald is getting taped up. Fancy having to try to play the rest of the game like that with a haircut like that now as well. Unbelievable.
It's better than that strap under the nose. Troy Cassar-Daley.
Oh, what a legend.
Oh.
There's John Grant just behind him as well.
Laurel Edwards, his wife there.
And you know what?
High-profile radio personality.
If you keep going right, there we are. Oh, we're gone. Like a 4-year-old. Hi, Mum. That's a shock. Tatey, would you refuse to play with that?
I have refused on many times. Don't even bother coming out.
It's good to see Tatey commentating with his neck brace on today.
Well, I was thinking he was going to bring it with him. In fact, I thought on the way here we should do a charity auction of your neck brace. Tatey, I reckon you can get $5 grand for that.
It's in the bag, don't worry. Don't leave home without it.
There's the rebound. It came away to Nona. Nona delivers the pass. In the corner, Anderson. Oh, that might be it, I reckon. 22-0 with a the kick to come. Clayton Sharp will point to the spot, and they're going off in Cairns.
Oh, it's going to be tough to get back from this position. But it's a fifth tackle play, and it goes back to Nona, keeps the ball alive, and it's a ricochet there of Cody Walker, and he stays alive, Nona. Great work from Nona, and good vision to fire that ball out of Brett Anderson out on the left wing. Both he and Bowen have been swapping positions throughout the game, and he comes up with an important 4-pointer after half-time.
Tired of bulky appliances cluttering your kitchen? Then you need the kitchen revolution that does it all. Introducing the Ninja Master Prep Advantage. Now you can crush, blend, chop with one clever compact machine. Faster, easier and better than ever. It does the job of a blender, a food processor, even a snow cone maker. With the Ninja Master Prep Advantage, you're just seconds away from great meals, fantastic drinks and delicious fun-filled treats for your whole family. It's time you got the advantage. The Ninja Master Prep Advantage, now available at these leading retailers.
Well, Brett Anderson, the skipper, one of 5 players who had previously featured in a grand final. The 2010 victory for the Pride over the North Devils, and without being too premature, I have a sneaking suspicion he might be on his way to a second title, the captain here in 2014. 22-0. Even the bounce of the ball is going the right way. From up against the sideline, Sean Nona. It's as straight as an arrow, and it's straight over the black dot to make it 24-0. Well, Peter Basaltis, they're rowdy at the best of times in Cairns, but what about tonight? They'll be jumping through the streets.
Oh, won't they ever? Rattle and Hum, Gilligan's, all those great places up there in Cairns. They'll be going off right now. Forget about tonight. That is just great awareness there to be able to see the situation, sum it up so quickly. They've done it that well all afternoon. The Northern Pride on fire, 24-0. And what about the kicking of Sean Nona? You would hate to be his dog. He's kicking him that well.
12 up! Cairns on me.
I love the run on Hum in Cairns.
He drunk him out of Orchid Cruises last time over there. Tatey, one of the toughest footballers to strap on a boot, Scott Sattler. When you walk into a pub with him and he orders a vodka cruiser.
If they're watermelon, I'm walking out.
What would your father say to you if he knew you drank vodka cruiser, Sats?
Back to the rugby league.
Hang in, release! Left tackle!
24-0. And Sam Ops, well, they can just control things now with their kicking, can't they? They can kick to a corner and ask the Tigers to do all the catch-up work.
Really showing his experience today, Obsti. I reckon he's kicked to the corners, he's pinned them down in their end goal, he's tackled really well, and he's just controlled the game with his kicking game. He's done a fantastic job.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Tatey. He's been really important in the success of the Northern Pride over the last couple of years, that man on screen.
Wait!
But you also can't defend a lead like this. You just can't shut up shop and just hope that you go through the motions, because, as I said, if you've got a player like a Cameron Munster, a Tom Butterfield, or a Cody Walker, or a Donald Malone, you can put 3 or 4 tries on the space of 10 minutes. And we've seen the Tigers do it in the past.
Walker comes back to the left and puts it on the left foot. That was a combination between foot and boot. It'll sit up in goal, though. Murga, he'll have a job to get back here. He nearly got away from Newman, but succumbs in the tackle.
And this is where they can get the start, the Tigers. First repeat set. But again, have to go back to winning that middle around the ruck first and foremost before Cody Walker and Liam Tyson and Cameron Munster can try and get the spoils.
We touched on it before the game about the Pride having a couple of weeks off. They just look physically better out here today. They look more energy, running the ball harder, and it's been a big campaign for East to get to the grand final, and I think the effects of it are starting to show.
So Walker fields the restart, and now Mitch Garbutt tries to get his team on the front foot and get them on the board, more importantly. Butterfield inside the 30 here. Hymel Hunt with a strong run. Aims it at Sean Nona. Butterfield. Cody Walker. Now Thorpe. Butterfield Walker shaped a kick, goes out the back to Tyson, now to Newman. Oh, the Pride's defence too good. It's like running to a brick wall. Cameron Munster has it. And a penalty here for a shoulder charge.
I think it's Semi Tajalala comes up with it.
Oh, that's not a shoulder charge here. Well, it's a high tackle, I think you might have called.
Semi Tajalala, the Lottie Takiri of the Intrust Super Cup.
Yep.
He claims he's 35, Sammy. Lottie's actually 36, isn't he?
Told you. Now, there's some push and shove. Butterfield not happy with Joel Reithmuller. Davin Crampton playing peacemaker.
There's an accusation here that Davin Crampton has actually stepped on Cameron Munster, or is it Troy Geese? Troy Geese it is, just here. I know it's actually Reithmuller.
That's a bit ordinary. Oh.
Take your time. Take your time. Can we go back to the line, please, boys? Take it back to the line. I've got it. Okay, mate. That's an on report. That's not a... Correct. It's on report. Penalty.
Well, the optimistic Tigers fans were chanting for him to be sent off. That was never going to happen, but that's just a silly thing to do when you're leading by 24-0.
That's as far as it goes. Steve.
That's on your report, the penalty. How's that efficient? How's that efficient, sir?
We've made a decision.
I don't understand that. How's that efficient?
We've made a decision, mate.
So Troy Geese is in a world of pain here. He's back to his feet, but will have to come off. Let's go down to you, Salty, sideline.
This will be a free interchange as the player was put on report, and coming onto the field to replace Troy Geese is Kenny Bromwich. And I can tell you, you can just see the pain etched on the face there of Troy Geese, but the Tigers with the penalty. Butterfield to take the tap.
He does that now and gives it to Mitch Garbett. Garbett is strong. He gets over the line. He can't get it down, though.
Held up on one. On the line. Mitch, wait. On the line, tackle one. Go.
Cody Walker. He put Lionel Hunt under awful pressure with that pass, and Hunt was good. Butterfield. Cody Walker. Tyson. Sam Ops with his experience out of the line quickly to shut him down.
Good out here.
Walker again. He takes them on, Cody Walker.
Releasing there, 7. 1 foot.
It's all a bit slow at the moment for the Tigers. Newman out to Tyson. The pass under the Steve Thorpe. The offload to Cody Walker. Punches away from one. Great hands for the big man Garbett, who delivers the ball one-handed straight to Sean Nona.
Well, there seems to be a lot of standing and passing and receiving from the East Tigers. If you're a runner and you're a person that needs to push into space for your ball players, you should be on the front foot instead of standing and waiting for the ball. And that's what the Tigers have done a lot of today. They haven't pushed into space with any sort of urgency.
It's looked a little bit unstructured down there at times, actually, just playing off the cuff instead of getting to a spot and running hard. Need to get back to running hard, like we said. Grand finals, they're pretty simple. It's the team who wins it who runs the hardest and tackles the hardest, and Pride have done that all afternoon so far.
Another big charge from Power Hobbs, who got some attention in defence as they go left again. Blake Leary running freely. Leary gets to Munster, gives it to Ryan Getty. Well, you can sign, seal and deliver it now. The Pride have got this parcelled up.
Well, Jason Demetrio said before the game how much they've learnt after being bundled out in straight sets last year. But look at the vision down the short side here from Nona. And look at the skill here in two hands. Blake Leary just keeps the defenders off and shows vision on the inside to Ryan Getty to finish off a beautiful movement on the fifth tackle to take this scoreline out to 28 points to 0.
Is your lunch made with slow-cooked premium shredded beef?
Sir? No, sir.
Is your sauce bursting with super smoky barbecue flavour?
Sir? No, sir.
Is that low in fat?
Sir? No, sir.
The new Smoky Barbecue Shredded Beef Sub, available for a short time only.
Get into Subway now, people. Great choice.
So a memorable try scored there by Ryan Getty to make it 28-0 and still with a bit less than half an hour remaining on the clock. They have been relentless. And this man's been one of the standouts again. Probably their best player all year. He's been perfect with the boot. And how about this for a scoreline, Peter Basaltis, as we head down the east side line?
Yeah, and they're good for it too, Matt. They're just doing everything so very well here. This was the last tackle play here for the Northern Pride. Blake Leary, another player off to the NRL next year for Manly, just summed up the situation perfectly. And Ryan Getty, he has had a terrific impact off the bench. And look at how much it means to them, the Northern Pride. Let the party begin in Cairns.
There might be a few more tries remaining in this yet. Ben Spina reintroduced.
Up there, one!
Well, I know he's a favourite because of his surname, but how about the impact Sheldon Powell-Hobbs has had off the bench? And now there's some restless boys out there. That was slightly high from Tom Butterfield, and they're all in, pushing and shoving.
This is high.
You're right, Sheldon Powell-Hobbs. We spoke about him before the game. The impact that he has off the bench. Yeah. And Brent Tye, just speaking off air, just during the ad, and Tony was saying just how simple these forwards, their game plan is, and they haven't looked outside, have they? They've just looked straight ahead, and they've done their job, got to their play the ball, and done it with as much energy as possible.
Well, what you say, you bring Powell-Hobbs on from Ricky Thorpe, you set the platform early, and you lose nothing. He just comes on, runs hard, steams onto it, and they've done it all afternoon. And this man here, he's been outstanding as well.
Ben Spina, a typical performance from him. And now Getty dummies and takes a scoot himself, only a metre short of halfway. Question mark on that pass from Spina to Davin Crampton. Help! 30 out, middle of the field. Nona turns it back underneath. And Blake Leary plays it on 4. They're building again here. Crampton, there's plenty of room to move, isn't there? 11 metres short. Sam Obst thought about kicking, then thought about passing, and then ran out of options and has to give it over on the last. It's his 50th game as an Intrust Super Cup coach this afternoon, Jason Demetriou. He's only the second coach to take out consecutive minor premierships after Rick Stone did it with Burleigh in 03-04. We know Rick Stone now is in charge of the Newcastle Knights for the second time around, and what a career this guy has ahead of him as a coach, Jason Demetriou. We had a great piece in the Courier Mail today about his role. He's basically in charge of everything, even as much as booking the flights for his team to travel. Sets up the academy, packs the kit bag, coaches the team, and the scoreline here at 30-0 is a real testament to his ability. His winning percentage stats is nearly 78%.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time that Jason Demetriou has to takes the next step up as an NRL assistant. Being at the Cowboys as the feeder club, Tate, you would have heard players coming back to the squad after going back to the Northern Pride for the weekend. You would have heard good things about him.
everyone that goes up to the Pride and comes back to us, they all rap him, say he's a great coach. He's got great rapport with the players, and his knowledge of the game is second to none. So, like you say, he's got NRL written all over him, and it's only a matter of time before we see him take that next step.
So can the Tigers put some points on the board? It's taken him 55 minutes. Tom Butterfield. Butterfield's good from close range. But they're hungry to propel them, aren't they? Another penalty. It's 3 consecutive penalties. It gets the Tigers within a metre of the goal line.
We just saw the opportunity then when Tom Butterfield looked to his left, and all the players on that left-hand side were at least 4 or 5 metres behind the play of the ball instead of being up flat.
Bromwich plays at the Butterfield. Liam Tyson to Cody Walker. That was telegraph for him at the back and alley.
Hold here, hold! Go, 2.
Walker. He's really had no opportunities to stamp himself on this game. Got him alone. Throws a dummy, flicks it out the back, and Kenner's going to be put over the sideline.
It's good awareness there by Javid Bowen. So many people on the short side, especially when it's a skinny short side like that, can just anticipate the ball's always going to go to the open. But Javid Bowen stays alive. Again, gets possession back for his side. They've been clinical in everything they've done, not in attack but also defence. They've controlled the ruck. They've got off their line really quick. And now you get a man like Ricky Thorby coming on for the last 23 minutes just to rub salt into the wound.
Let's head down to you, Peter Basalta's sideline.
Ricky Thorby and Jason Roos coming onto the field, and Roos was magnificent early on, just really laid that platform for the dominance in and around the ruck there for the Northern Pride, and Ricky Thorby, he's just been magnificent for them. The other player too that you just mentioned there, Javid Bowen, wouldn't be out of place in the NRL. I know that he's trained a lot with the Cowboys. He's got to be a player that's going to have a big future in the game, that's for sure.
Yeah, he does. He's very physical, Javid, and he's very quick on his feet, and you know, it won't be too long before we see Javid hopefully playing for the Cowboys.
So the winner of this game will play, of course, in the National Championship match next week on Grand Final Day, and I can tell you the Penrith Panthers have won the New South Wales Cup this afternoon. They've beaten the Newcastle Knights 48 points to 12 and a similarly lopsided scoreline here at 30-0. So at this stage it'll be Penrith versus the Northern Pride at ANZ Stadium on Grand Final Day. The first time that competition, or that match, will be played between the winner of the Intrust Super Cup and the New South Wales Cup. And what an honour for both teams. The Pride coming all the way from Cairns. They've come to Brisbane today. They'll go further south to Sydney and play the curtain raiser to the NRL Grand Final between South Sydney and the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Penrith Panthers have been so dominant in the New South Wales Cup this year. To go through and win the way they did, I don't think it's a surprise to many people. But to go down there next Sunday, and be the #1 curtain raiser before the NRL Grand Final between the Bulldogs and the Rabbitohs, what a highlight for these players. Not only coming here to Suncorp Stadium and playing the biggest game of their life, but then going down there, Toadie, and playing in front of possibly 84,000 people.
Oh, it'll be a great experience. It's a great concept for rugby league, and you know, I'm sure the Pride next week will be really pumped for that if they can get through today, obviously.
I reckon they might get through today.
So do I.
Former teammates in Kafusi and Felt going toe-to-toe there. So Ricky Thorby back into things now. His opening period was one of the best we've seen from the front row this year, I'd say. He set this game up for them. Sam Bob still kick on the fourth. Wants it to sit up in the corner. He'd be happy for it to go over the sideline. That's a better result even. Cameron Munster has to go back and take it 3 out from his own line.
Again, Sam Bob's just controlling the game, punching it into the corners. The East have got to work it out. 90 metres now to get down the other end.
Up going! Here is here. Hold here, Ricky. Go, 2. Six off! 3. 9! Go.
Battered and bruised Liam McDonald down there. And behind him, Joel Romolo, who required surgery on that thumb injury that he sustained last week. As the Tigers try something. They go wide early on in the count. Cody Walker can't hang on to the pass infield. Well, Salty, down to you sideline. I know they talk about curses, and without being too flippant about it, it is becoming a bit of a poison chalice, this East Tigers runabouts in relation to the Intrust Super Cup.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's been a long time between drinks for those at Langlands Park. Many have come, many have tried to claim an old BRL trophy or an Intrust Super Cup trophy, but it hasn't happened since 1991 when John Lane was the coach, when the Tigers beat West. But this afternoon, it's not a case of come here and you know, they've put their best foot forward. They just come up against a white-hot football team. This Northern Pride is Tajalala fumbles. It went backwards. It'll be play on. They're just doing things so very well. Unbelievable performance here by the Northern Pride. They're going to be hard to beat next week. I can't wait to get to ANZ Stadium and see that state championship. It's going to be terrific.
Thorby ball playing to Spina. The ball comes out though. It'll be a double knock on. I reckon another telling factor is the workload that East have had to endure this year. It's their 28th game of the season, which is the most matches that any team has ever played in this competition. They didn't earn a week off at any stage of the finals. They had to win through, of course, with all three finals. Then they land here today for the fourth final. There's no one there to pick the ball up at lock that time.
And many may say, Matty, that means you battle hard to come into a grand final with that many games under your belt and the combinations that you've got. But again, the argument also is you need the energy in your legs, and this is why only second game in 4 weeks for the Northern Pride. But this time of year, as Butterfield takes off and is pulled down by Roos, at this time of year, you want as much energy in your legs as possible.
Nice little shift there through the hands. It lands with Jared McAnally, but he's accounted for by Obst. Good cover defence from the halfback. Tyson spins it. Over to Cody Walker. Walker flicks it out the back. Bible Hunt. Now to Richie Kenner. He's running out of room. Bowen shows him the sideline. Walker, he was hit hard. It's been knocked back. Clayton Sharp was happy enough with it, but Walker has been dead set, ironed down after kicking that.
Oh, I think it's Ethan Lowe. Comes across just as he kicks the ball and hits him with everything. Jason Roos is underneath Cody Walker here.
Trainer! I understand.
Well, they're calling to the sideline for Cody Walker, which is a really bad way to end the season. He's fallen in the act of kicking that ball. He'd been tackled as well, and Cody Walker's head is collided with Ethan Lowe's shoulder. He's trying to get up though. This is a courageous effort by Walker. He got clocked there.
Marcus.
He's a mean looking hombre, Ethan Lowe, Tony.
He is a mean looking hombre.
Ball up.
He's a very good player, Ethan Lowe. He's played some NRL experience this year, and you know he'll definitely get a lot more at the Cowboys next year. He's just a football player, and he knows how to get the job done.
Surrender! Release now! Raise legs. Hold. 20, you let go, mate.
So C-Swift, your #1 choice in marine transport across Northern Australia. They're the matchday sponsors for the Northern Pride. They're a winning team of local people delivering for local communities, and they're the matchday sponsor for the soon-to-be christened Intrust Super Cup Premiers and East Leagues Club located in Coorparoo. It'll be a bit sombre there this afternoon, but award-winning food, some great function facilities, a couple of fantastic bars and good gaming facilities as well. They're one of the premier clubs in Queensland. And they've been supporting this East Tigers team, which has progressed all the way to the grand final again this year.
Tom! Are you ready, Cody? Come on.
There's a midfield scrum. There's a really good opportunity for Donald Malone. Was perched on the right-hand side and let him go one-on-one with Brett Anderson. As decided to come the other way, the East Tigers.
Release! 2, play the ball! Play the ball!
Oh, hang on. They're getting a bit restless here. Lowe and Grayski and Davin Crampton. They defuse it quickly, though, as Walker recovers from that hit. Gives it to Munster. He gets inside. One tackle, Cameron Munster.
Haven't they adjusted well defensively? Their outside 3 defenders have adjusted really well, the Northern Pride. If one player's missed a tackle, their inside defender has always come across to cover the tracks.
Here's Tyson. Delays the pass. Newman. He has to come infield. Jared McInally will get it down. The Tigers will get on the board.
Well, it had to come eventually, didn't it? They swept it to the right-hand side. Cameron Munster was tackled. It was Jesse Bromwich, Kenny Bromwich, I should say, that keeps the ball alive. And Shane Newman has the ability here just to straighten the line of defence up. Give the ball to McInally. He had too much speed to beat Semi Tajalala to the line.
I don't mind sharing Andy with Colorbond.
I have pretty much made everything. Cubby house.
Earrings.
A surfboard. They go to the movies, they get back, and there's a basketball court.
Jasper and Deep Ocean, which are named after Colorbond colours.
How would you feel if you were named after a roof?
This is my skateboard.
Snag anyone? It's fun, it's art.
So they're on the board via Jared McInally, who has been a prodigious try scorer right throughout his career, and it's his 21st try of the season. And the attempted conversion from the touchline. Well hit, but narrowly away. $30-4. They're on the board at least. Kenny Bromwich. Just shoved back. Look at the hunger and determination still in the Pride. Well, Donald Malone has been one of the rare attacking sparks for the East Tigers today.
Ricky off the ball! Lock in! Keep coming.
Cramp.
Take the ball to the side.
Hunt.
Tackle 3 over here. Cody, this way. Up there. Hey,
Benny Speen, 100th game today. What a game to celebrate your 100th grand final.
Play the ball. 3.
What a player he is too.
He's been outstanding today. I think he and Thorby, very early on in this game, really created that platform that the Pride needed. That Brent Tate had been speaking about early on in the game.
Tom Butterfield will go to the air. Hogan chased through. It's been knocked back. It's been picked up here by Bromwich. I think he scored under the posts.
Oh, we'll go to a video ref here. Yeah.
Nick, last tackle. I have no try. Check the contest, please, through to the grounding.
Yeah, it looks like on the collision with Hezron Merger that the ball is punched forward by a Tigers player. I don't think if Hezron Merger would have made contact with the ball, I don't think you would have seen the ball go backwards at such a rate. Doesn't take his eyes off the ball, and Hogan, pushes the ball forward. Good hand here by Kenny Bromwich too.
Yeah, it's off his hand.
Just wait there, Pride. Just let it go through the process.
He's going to be denied his first try of the season, Kenny Bromwich.
Yeah, definitely come off Dane Hogan's hands there. And even if it is a 50-50 call, I don't think there's enough evidence there to say that that's come off Hezron Merger, I should say.
We're having a look at the put down here, are we? Sure.
No try, knock on.
There's your answer.
Tackle changeover. Where is it,
So that was the 5th and last. It'll be a changeover, and the ball will land back to the Northern Pride. As we head down the new sideline, Salty.
Yeah, good call initially there too from Clayton Sharp to go with the no try call. Of course, this year in the Intrust Super Cup, as the season winds down, and we had the introduction of the PNG Hunters, and while the Pride certainly are the pride of North Queensland, not just Cairns, they're going to be joined by a new team in 2014, the Townsville Blackhawks. So it'll be interesting to have a 14th team into the Intrust Super Cup next year. I know there's plenty of people watching from Townsville this afternoon cheering on the Pride. Might be a different story for them next year. They'll have their own team in Townsville back into the competition as well.
Well, there you go, Tatey. Not just the North Queensland Cowboys in Townsville, but also a team in the Intrust Super Cup, which is great for all the rugby league tragics in Townsville.
Just another team to support up there, and it's been a long time coming, and I know there's a real excitement around the town about the Blackhawks.
Plenty of rugby league fans to go around in North Queensland, that's for sure.
Kennedy wants to get to the advantage.
Just Ben Spina here getting caught up in his angles, running back towards the ruck, running into one of his players. And Clayton Sharp did the right thing. He was running straight back into Jason Roos. Cody Walker obstructed, but Clayton Sharp played the advantage here to see what would happen when the advantage was for the Northern Pride. He called the penalty. And now we start looking at who is our 4X man of the match for this afternoon.
Jason, hold here, Ethan.
Oh yeah, go on.
We'll discuss that a little bit later stage. A lot of candidates.
The Duncan Hall Medal awarded to the man of the match in the grand final too. Walker out to Tyson. That's gone about 3 metres forward and ended up in the hands of Semi Tadjalala. So the Pride get the penalty, a bit of push and shove with Cameron Munster. The Duncan Hall medalists too, Sats, gets $2,000 today, so whoever's decision this is, it's usually Salty's. I mean, you'll try and muscle your way in as usual, but it's a big call, it's worth $2 large. Thanks to our mates at Intrust Super and Brendan O'Farrell and the team who have done such a sensational job again this year of supporting the Intrust Super Cup. That'll be Bob's personal money too, that 2,000 money.
Backwards.
So Sammy Obst.
Release.
46 tackles now for Tom Butterfield. And now Spina.
You see on a couple of occasions Dane Hogan has got out of the line with a lot of aggression, just trying to change the tempo of his defensive line, his team's defensive line. He's done his best. He's come into this game with a smashed ribs and probably shouldn't have played, but he showed a lot of courage in getting into this game here today, Dane Hogan from the Tigers. There he is there on screen right now. It's Kafusi. Hasn't had a lot of game time.
Hogan again gets a lovely pass away too. Butterfield still backing up despite all the work he's been asked to do today. Cody Walker. The high spiral bomb goes the way of Bowen, who knocks it on. We'll come back for a scrum feed. Maybe we won't. I think we will.
No advantage.
Salty, a memorable afternoon for the Northern Pride and all 17 players involved in this team. They've been building to this for a couple of years now, and finally they get the premiership they deserve.
Yeah, most definitely. They came up short of getting to the big dance in 2013, but Jason Demetrio, I know we've been singing his praises as there's a few punches being thrown here. At the moment, this is getting ugly.
Well, we don't want to see this. 8 minutes left in the game. There's been a bit of niggle, but wow, we don't need to explode like this, do we? In fact, punches are being thrown. It's Thorby and Grajeski are right into it. And Kenny Bromwich in the middle of it too. Well, we just don't need to see this.
How did this start? Well, they're sledging each other in the scrum here.
Well, Ricky Thorby started that, hasn't he? And then Grajeski comes in to try and protect his mate. And all of a sudden, it's a world title fight.
Now. Let's go. Go.
You hate seeing this stuff, you know.
Dane.
Nice little shuffle there from Ricky Thorby, actually.
Dane, take him back, please.
Feint with the head. Ooh.
That's just silly, isn't it? You know what? I've got a feeling Ricky Thorby might be sent off for this.
Back to the line, mate.
There'll be a few blokes sitting down, whether it's for 10 minutes or whether it's a send-off, we'll wait and see.
Well, we saw the Fogs Colts grand final today.
Stay there, East.
An all-in brawl start in that game and a few players sent off and also sin binned.
Do me a favour, please. Take them back. Cody, I'm asking you to go to the red line. Red line. Dane, red line.
Salty, it defies belief that a grand final that's been played in good spirits in a season that's been played in good spirits in the last 7.5 minutes can degenerate to that.
It does, Matt, because one of the great things about the competition and sitting on the sideline each and every week, there's often some good banter, if anything, between the two sets of players. There's a great mutual respect amongst all the players in the competition, all 13 clubs. So, yeah, it is an unsavoury incident. It's something that I'm sure will be dealt with quite swiftly here by Clayton Sharp. First up, he's calling out Bromwich, and then I'm sure Thorby will be called out as well, and Matt Grajeski coming out as well.
I don't need you.
Good to watch, though.
No, it's
number 20.
So 10 minutes for Bromwich.
Third minute, you'll be sitting down, all right? No more. The penalty's going to go to you guys.
Well, Kenny Bromwich didn't really do anything to start that, did he?
Ricky, go. Penalty's against you.
So 2 players in the sin bin for 10 minutes.
You guys start up, mate. Penalty against you. Penalty against you guys. Penalty, mate.
There's a little bit of spice for 7.5 minutes remaining.
Yep.
So play finally gets back underway. It's good to see Troy Geese back into the game after that bit of foul play earlier. Saw him come from the field. Tyson got handled there by Ethan Lowe. Well, not again.
Penalty, hit off the ball.
Yeah, Ethan Lowe has been doing that all day, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. What I'm saying is it would have been a plan before the game to make sure their halves finish up on the ground, even after they've delivered the ball, just to let the defenders know they're there. The attackers, I should say, let them know that they're there. They're not going to get an easy passage, and they continue it 73 minutes into the game.
Tyson to Hogan, forward pass. Well, they really need to cool it out here, these two teams. And now we're about to go again, are we? Surely Semi Tajalala's not going to have a blue.
Take control, this man. You've got to take control.
Back up, man. Back up, man. That way. That way. You guys this way. Go.
They'd be better off just getting on with things and getting this game finished.
I tell you what, he's a scary-looking individual, but Semi Tajalala. You see the late hit from Ethan Lowe on Liam Tyson, and then the forward pass here to Dane Hogan.
Number 11.
For some reason, it blew up again here.
Who's the captain of East now?
just need to end this game, don't they? Just get it done.
Take control of your players. We've got 4 minutes to go. Don't allow it to erupt. Otherwise, I'm just going to start sitting blokes down. Take control of yourselves and your players.
Mate, can you just watch the shoulder charge?
Yes, mate.
Well, he's dealt with that pretty well, Clayton Sharp. We'll have the presentation as well at completion of the grand final here. Scott Sattler and Peter Basaltis will be down on the ground conducting some interviews with both the victors, the Pride, and also we'll try and hear from an East Tiger or two. A full wrap-up of everything here from Suncorp Stadium at the completion of this grand final in a bit over 5 and a bit minutes' time. So there you go. Clayton Sharp, he sticks to the script. He said, I'll start sitting guys down. That's exactly what he's done.
We've got the 9s in January, so we might get there early.
Offside again.
Get up now, it's got 10 on 1. Get up now, Pride on 2.
So the Tigers aiming for some points to round out the season. Malone has tried to be in the thick of things. We'll play it 5 out. Liam Tyson. Kafusi, risky pass, batted on, ends up with Cody Walker. He keeps it alive. Now out to Troy Geese. Inside to Kenner. Gee, that defence has been great. They're down to 11 men, mind you, at the moment, the Northern Pride.
Up now, 4. Back up, Pride. Offside, Ben.
Thorpe to Munster.
12 up, last tackle.
We're getting a full look of Cameron Munster there. Malone throws the pass over the sideline, it goes. And they start to just allow themselves a minor celebration, the Northern Pride.
Cody Walker today, he's been very good. It hasn't gone all his own way, but he's been in everything and he's tried very, very hard.
They've certainly lacked a bit of spark in attack, haven't they?
Go back to the point we made in the pre-game talk about just the time off that Pride have had, and they've just freshened up. They've just looked a fresher team today. They've looked very fresh. You know, they've just been great with the ball in hand, and obviously the East have had a long road to get to the grand final, and it's obviously taken its toll.
No, wait. No.
The winning coach.
Up now, look at 1. Hold. Go, held it.
Well, they are mad about this team in Cairns. The Northern Pride, they had a wrap around in the Cairns post. They had profiles and all the players competing today. They had a Where Are They Now from the Northern Pride team that won the last grand final back in 2010. And every angle covered up there, and the Cairns punters were loving it. They'll have even more reason to celebrate in about 3.5 minutes' time. Now a touch judge is in from the sideline here. Seriously, Tatey, can somebody just go out there, pour a bucket of cold water on these blokes and tell them to finish the game?
They need to settle down, don't they? They're restless out there.
Salty, get the fire hose out, will you?
Unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, this has all happened when the game was beyond doubt. I mean, both teams just need to cool it a little bit. East can think about another day, and the Pride should be thinking about celebrating a grand final win.
I reckon it might be about a raised elbow from Mitch Garbutt.
Steve. Just stay there, Steve. Just
He's throwing an elbow which has made slight contact with the Pride on that. So 10 is...
Mitch!
I think Mitch Garbutt might find himself with an early shower here.
We might be down to 3 aside here, Tatey.
I'll do the talking.
You should have done 5 minutes ago.
As number 10 is getting up to play the ball, he threw an elbow which made slight contact.
Thanks, Steve.
He threw an elbow.
Thanks, Steve. It's on report. It's a penalty. Take control of your players, mate.
Take control.
You're embarrassing yourselves.
Well, you know what? I reckon Clayton Sharp's 100% right about that. In fact, Steve Thorpe's been sent off. Oh, dear. really. This is just a really, really bad way to end what's been a brilliant Intrust Super Cup season. And Steve Thorpe is the captain of the Tigers, playing his last game, and his time here will end with a send-off. Well, there's support for the captain. He's been a great player over a number of years, Steve Thorpe, and I reckon when he has the chance to calm down, he'll probably realise that he's done the wrong thing. This has been the longest 5 minutes in grand final history. So Ben Spina, what a way to celebrate game 100. Roos at dummy half. I think it went to Clayton Sharp there for a moment, that pass. Blake Leary. They want one for the road. Can they score to take out this grand final? 30 points to 4. They want to make it 34-4. Mona's back slammed into the turf. Plays it to Jason Roos. They come right. Now to Sam Ops. He'll put the kick through. Takes a deflection. Here's Ron Murga chasing. He's opposite Munster. Will boot it over the dead ball line.
Just again, Sammy Ops controlling the play there, rolling it in the in goal. He's done it all day. Fantastic kicking game. And his control of the whole game today has been outstanding.
Winners are grinners. A few of those blokes are in the sin bin, I reckon, Tatey, but they're celebrating anyway.
Ezra Murga's first half too was outstanding. He was so good with the ball in his hands. He was dangerous. A couple of deft touches for tries. And I thought he was outstanding today.
He's a good story, Murga, because as you'd be aware, he signed with the Cowboys last year and has struggled to get back to his best because of that serious knee injury. But right in the nick of time, he had a great game in the first 40, 100%.
He's just looked very dangerous with the ball in his hands, and he looks like he's got that spark back, you know, that real explosion of, here he goes again.
Here he is, Murga. Gave the ball away, went backwards, said Clayton Sharp. Blake Leary gives it away, Javid Bowen. Well, I'm not sure that did go back, but I think Clayton Sharp's happy to go with it, and he points to the spot. And that will be it. The grand final will end with that. 34-4, a kick to come, the smile glowing from Jason Demetriou. Celebrations all round. The Intrust Super Cup will make its way to Cairns. The electric Hezron Murga weaving across field. It might have gone back. In the end, Clayton Sharp might have got that right. Javid Bowen touches down. Peter Basaltis, he's down sideline. Salty, I know you can hear me down there. I hope you can. They're celebrating in front of you.
Unbelievable, Matt, the jubilation on the scenes of all of those associated with the Pride on the bench. They're high-fiving and plenty of celebrations there. You see Jason Demetriou with a couple of his charges, a couple of the Brisbane staff. There's Max there in the black shirt, does all of the strapping, all the Pride management here as well as we count down to the full-time siren.
The celebrations start now, and the kick goes over from the sideline, and it's the biggest winning margin in Intrust Super Cup Grand Final history. It's been a thumping win for the Northern Pride. They're the 2014 Intrust Super Cup champions, 36-4. We thought this might have been a close one today, Brent Tate, but wow, they just set this up from the opening minutes of the game, the Pride, and they were never going to get beat.
No, they weren't. Obviously, the experience from last year, the hurt, has really driven them this year. And again, their forwards laid the platform. Ricky Thorby was outstanding in that opening exchange. Has really got them on the front foot. And like you said, from the get-go, they never looked like getting beaten here today.
Well, Ricky Thorby shaking hands. It got a bit tense there for a moment. It's good to see they've all calmed down. Plenty of celebrations to be had before they regroup. Probably midweek, the Pride, and head down to Sydney. They'll take on the Penrith Panthers in that national championship game on grand final day next Sunday. They've got one title in the bag. They've still got one game to come.
But for the moment, it's celebrations as we head down the UP to Basaltis.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. I've got Sam Obbs here with me. Well, Sam, a terrific win this afternoon, just dominated them early.
Yeah, mate, I can't give enough credit to our middle boys there. They were tremendous. I just can't lie. I just sit off the back and watch that. You know, I just try and do my best, but those boys need every credit they deserve, mate. It was unbelievable.
Hard working as well, but multi-dimensional. They've just got everything, don't they?
Oh yeah, mate. They just got big hearts, mate. And, you know, there's some talented kids there as well. North Queensland breeds them tough, mate. I'm a Brizzy boy, but I've learned pretty hard that the North Queensland boys are tough.
What does it mean to win the grand final here at the home of football in Queensland, Suncorp Stadium, and to take that trophy back to Cairns?
Yeah, mate, it's after last year, it hurt us a lot. And as you can see, you know, we're just over the moon, mate. It means a lot, and this is for all the fans that come to all our games out there, all our supporters, our family, and all the volunteers that do everything for us up there as well.
All right, well done, Sam. Over to you, Sats.
I'm here with the impressive back row of Blakey Leary. Now, you're going to Manly next year. Is there any better way to finish off your time with the Pride?
Mate, they're such a special group of boys. We came up here, we stuck to what we knew and came away with the win. I'm stoked. It's so good, such a good feeling with these boys. Such a great group of guys,
Now, the hurt of missing out last year, did that play a big part today?
Yeah, massively, mate. We knew it's sitting in the back of everyone's mind from last year. These boys knocked us out. They played well again today, but we just stuck to what we know and we came out with the win.
What about this coach, Jason Demetrio? It's a matter of time before he takes a step up.
100%, mate. It's only a matter of time before he's in the NRL, mate. We couldn't have him up enough, mate. He's an excellent coach.
You've had a great game today, mate. Go and enjoy the celebrations. Don't go anywhere, the viewers. Coming back very soon, the presentation and more celebrations from the Intrust Super Cup Grand Final.
Well, we have witnessed a terrific grand final here at Suncorp Stadium. To those here at Suncorp and those watching on Channel 9 right across Queensland, it has been a sensational season of rugby league that has culminated in a great win for the Northern Pride. I'd now like to call upon the runners-up, Captain Stephen Thorpe from the East Tigers, to say a few words.
Well done to Jason, you boys. It was an unreal season you had. You're the best team in the competition. Outplayed us today, and well done. To my boys, keep your heads high, boys. 2 years in a row in the grand final. That's a massive achievement. We had a good year together. Thank you to all our supporters that come out today and support us. Sorry for letting us down, but I'm sure the boys will be back bigger and better next year. And thank you again. Cheers.
Thank you very much there to Steve Thorpe, the captain of the East Tigers. The man of the match in the Intrust Super Cup Grand Final receives the Duncan Hall Medal, who was named in honour of Duncan Hall Senior, who played 24 games for Queensland and 21 Test matches for Australia. And the medalist will receive $2,000 courtesy of Intrust Super. And I'm delighted to announce that the winner of the Duncan Hall Medal for 2014 is the Northern Pride 5'8", Sean Nona.
Welcome to the Tigers, Sean.
Just want to say thanks to East, first of all, for putting in a good game. They're a bit disappointed, but played well this year, boys, and good luck next season as well. Just dedicate this to my team as well, the Pride. Love you, boys. Thanks,
Well done, Sean. After a terrific season, that is for sure, for the Northern Pride. I'd now like to call upon the captain of the Northern Pride, Jason Roos, to the stage. And we'll get Brett Anderson to come up as well. So Brett, the co-captains, Brett Anderson and Jason Roos to the stage to claim the 2014 Intrust Super Cup trophy.
Oh, what a tough game. First of all, I'd like to thank all the East boys. There was a slogfest out there. The last 20 got a bit scrappy, but it just proves how much this means to each and every one of us. To my boys, outstanding. We done well last year, but we just died at the end. This year we changed a few things up, and we come back and we got the baby. Bringing it back to Far North Queensland. Also, I'd like to thank the training staff. JD, I'll probably get a few ribs here. JD, mate, you've done an outstanding job keeping all us boys together. And I'll just put a hand out across to you.
Yeah, no, thanks to all the supporters for coming down. It's a big trip. We appreciate it. Thanks to the East boys. You know, they've been the benchmark for a couple of years, and you know, we didn't take them lightly tonight, and you know, we played well enough to get over them. So thanks a lot.
Well done to the Northern Prides, the 2014 Intrust Super Cup premiers. We will now get the players to come up onto the stage to receive their medals.
So the presentation just being finalised and MC there by our own Peter Basaltis. The premiers, the Northern Pride for 2014, and Sean Nona, the Duncan Hall medalist, as man of the match here in the grand final. A short break on Nine's coverage of the 2014 Intrust Super Cup grand final. We'll come back and pull down the curtain on what's been another great season of rugby league.
Next in 9 News, up in flames. Fire crews on the scene.
So it's a resounding victory in the Intrust Super Cup Grand Final of 2014 to the Northern Pride. They're rocking in Cairns right now. They finished a game short of the Grand Final last year. They